Good night, everyone. We're going to start press conference with Coach Amy Wright and Jacoya Jones Brown. We're going to open with a statement by Coach Wright, and we're going to open for questions later.
Yeah, I mean, San Diego's, it's always been a tough matchup for us. They're a solid team. They got inside, they got outside. They had kids that knocked down shots. They shot over 40% the entire game, so that's hard to do, or hard to win. And then you're turning the ball over, you're sending them to the free throw line. So just giving them multiple opportunities to do what they do best, and that's put the ball in the basket. Myself and my staff thought we had a good game plan. We did not. We thought we had ways that we could slow them down. We could create a little bit of havoc, have a little bit of chaos. But we were wrong. We were wrong. We need to do better for this team. And we will do that against Cal Poly on Saturday going into the tournament. But again, we have to be better in terms of what we do and how we do it, and knowing our team, what we're capable of, and the things that we do well. We got to stick to that.
Question for both of you guys. You did mention right now that you guys led in turnovers and in fouls, but my question to you is you guys also led in low field goal percentage, and I wanted to know what kind of complications and why that happened.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're not putting the ball in the basket. That's difficult. I think we missed our first 9 shots that were shots that we shoot in practice, normal shots that we take. At that point, it wasn't concerned because they were good shots. It's what we do. They just weren't falling. Unfortunately, we have a tendency as a team to get deflated if the ball's not going through the basket. Everything else just kind of goes to the wayside if we're not scoring points. Instead of, taking the opposite mentality and saying we got to get a stop or we're not going to let them score, and just back and forth, getting stop after stop. But unfortunately, we have to see the ball go in the basket, so I have to find better ways to help them get the ball in the basket. Like I said, the game plan was our fault, was my fault. I take full responsibility for that, so I need to do a better job with this team.
Coach, they're guard heavy. They shot 50% from three in the first half. Talk to me about what are the changes you made. I saw you kind of trapped a little bit. Talk to me about the changes as the game went on to kind of press their guards a little bit.
Yeah, I think, it was hard to get our zone because we weren't closing out the shooters. Like you said, they were hot for sure. So it's hard to play zone when they're hot. And then in terms of, we wanted pressure, we did start to trap a little bit. It was hard because they were able to find their way out of traps and then, again, find the open shooter. So it was just a kind of a adjustment that just wasn't working. So towards the end, that's why we just stuck to switching man, just try and keep him in front and contest. As you can see on the switches, they were able to roll and get our guards in the post. We didn't have great help side, and we weren't fighting to get in front. So again, I got to teach them better. That was the game plan, fight to get in front. Sometimes we didn't get in front. So I got to do a better job of teaching that in practice.
And then one more for both of you. Savannah, I believe, didn't play a single minute in the second half. Is there injury concern there or anything? And then Jacoya also just being able to 4 fouls there. I know you try to play defensively as hard as you can and also just give your team the most you can have. 16 points there. Just talk to me about kind of fighting to the end there, too.
Go ahead.
When it comes to me stepping up and taking that role because Savannah didn't play, I just felt like since she wasn't able to fulfill the role that she usually does, I had to take over. And even though it may not seem like I did a lot for my teammates, whether that was rebounding, having their help side, scrambling, just having their backs and then them having mine. So I just filled the shoes since Sav wasn't there. So I just, just had my teammates back for the little things.
Yeah. Sav, that was a coach's decision, not to player.
Okay.
So. Okay. Thank you, guys.